What's up, guys? It's Chris. Welcome to PHP Engines. First off, yo, what y'all think about Shang Tsung shit I got going, I got going on? All right, so you can see this is kind of crooked. The other day I was trying to trim up, and I took a little bit off too much on one side than the other. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it short. But if I cut it short, it makes my face way too round. So I haven't done it yet. All right, look, so don't judge me on my Shang Tsunginess. Is that better? All right, so anyway, unexpected video here. I didn't expect. This is not something planned, but this is kind of like my favorite type of video because I can always talk about this all happy style. I don't have to put too much thought into it. I just do something. So let's get to doing it, right? Let's get to doing it. I'm talking about what I want to talk about here, and that's some eBay rods I found. eBay. Here I go using the fucking lingo that I hate. Some rods, some cheap rods I found on eBay. All right, now discussing the journey to this discovery. I'm discovering Columbus style because it was already discovered. So I made a post the other day about, to you guys, the subscribers. I know maybe not a lot of people saw that. I haven't checked the ratio to how many people saw it or whatever. So now I'll say it on video. I've recently found, or some more you guys, more of my subscribers are telling me that there are other people that are name dropping on other YouTube videos, and that's pretty cool. From what I understood, the only person that was actually saying anything about me and was saying anything in a good way was Christian over at Honda Vlogs. And Christian is also, showing me all kinds of things. It is surprisingly fucking difficult for me to find time to watch other people's shit. Now, that's why I said before that I like Christian and Honda Vlogs so much, because it kind of gives me a better opportunity to see specifically people that I would have something that's appealing for me that I would like a Deadbeat Garage, I think it was one of his first talks, one of his first recaps, and the whole painting and all that shit. If I got the right channel right, if I'm getting the right channel here, seems like something that I'd be interested in. And I think even maybe Vasily Garage, if that's the guy with the lift in his house, I think that's something that I'd be interested in watching too. It's just finding the time to watch it. Even recently, Honda Vlogs, which I like most, I'm getting behind. I'm watching stuff as it comes a week or so after the fact. And I did also mention the other day too that more you guys who are my subscribers who are just getting into YouTube directly because of me, or maybe you've been in YouTube for a while and you're redirecting because of me. That's all cool, and I'd like to start putting more love in that direction too. And I'd like to see your all shit, and if a little bit at a time as I find the time to get to it. Which is usually my late nights after work if I'm not making my own content. And the last couple of days I've taken off, just like I took off from the gym, and I also took off from uploading and creating. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of in a stink there, a little stupor. I was kind of frustrated. So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna do anything today normal. I'm just gonna go out and I'm gonna do work. And that's what I plan on doing. Even though I'm quickly losing time in the afternoon, I woke up late again. And now this video is quickly getting out of hand. It's 3 minutes in, and I haven't talked about what I'm here to talk about. Anyway, the reason why I mentioned all that shit just now is because the reason why I found this is because one of my subscribers on one of my videos said that I'm getting, that Mython Films and Motor Nubs and a couple other channels have mentioned my name. Dude said he didn't remember which all the channels, and just in general, just where he's looking. So I was like, well, if Motor Nubs, he's like, well, when they started doing their eBay project or nipping racing pistons or whatnot, this is where they mentioned me. And then I did a search again for Nippon Racing Pistons, and my video is still on top, but right underneath me is Motor Nubs when they did their unboxing for Nippon Racing. And so I looked at their videos all around the beginning of their build, and I got no mention of me or whatever, and that's fine. It's not like I crave it or anything. The reason why I was looking for was not to pat myself on the back, but just because of the fact that if they really did mention me, I was going to say thanks. I didn't see that, so whatever. But I guess I should still say thanks to them because they talk about these I-beams they bought for their engine, and they were $150. I was like, whoa, 150 fucking bucks since when? Now, I've preached a million fucking times that the D series is king because you can buy rods for $225. Now there have been rods up for B series that are at that price range, but Like, the D series has an overwhelming market for that. There's a whole bunch of those. You always find them consistent. They're there around the $200, $225 range. That's not been the case for B series. Yes, every once in a while you would see like a cheap set of B series rods, but it wasn't consistent. Like, they would pop up for a little while and they would disappear. Now I went back on eBay to poke around to see if I could find these I-beams, and there are a whole bunch of H-beams on there at that $225 mark. So the other day I just said that you're not going to build a brand new B series at the D series price, and that still holds true because the fact that you're not going to find pistons at $100 for a B series like you would a D series unless you're buying something used. So brand new to brand new, the D is still king. But with that, if you're willing to take a chance and do that $200 rods, which I completely am fine with, then yeah, dude, that you buy Nippon Racing pistons and those cheaper rods, you're looking at $400 or around the $400 mark brand new, and that's not bad at all. And so first off, to chime in on what I think about this, I already feel comfortable with taking the Nippon Racing pistons up to around 500. I know that the Nippon Racing CSS block I have coming is probably not going to reach those power levels simply because of the fact that I'm most likely going to do something I've wanted to do for a long time and go the non-VTEC route. But that's if I keep it for myself, and I've already got a whole bunch of projects going on, so I probably will give it away. That's a whole other discussion for another time. The whole point is these fucking rods, and I think that's cool as hell. And digging around, poking around, so I'm finding all these H-beams at 225. There's a whole bunch to choose from, and then I finally find the I-beams when I search for them directly, B18B I-beams or whatnot, $147. Now let's read the description here. Okay, well, we can skip most of the shit. I want to get down to their advertised horsepower rating. 1,000 plus. Like, is it really 1,000? It says 1,000. That's fucking amazing. I'm not saying that's amazing because I believe that. I'm saying it's amazing that these guys are just like, fuck it. 1,000 horsepower, bro. Fuck it. They're $150. If they believe it, fuck them. But, does that put me off from buying and using these? Fuck no. Do I think that these can handle 400 horsepower? Probably. What was it? I think another thing that these Motor Nubs guys, they said they're like a big failing point for stock rods is the rod bolt, and I agree with that. I think that what happens is a lot of times you'll catch a rod knock when you're at high power. Why? Because you stretch the rod bolt. Those rod bolts are really small, not very strong. So a lot of times the key failure at rods is that bolt. And I guess I could make a whole other video on upgrading that, But anyway, but that doesn't mean that rods don't fucking snap and break, because that does happen. It's just not as often as spinning a bearing. So yeah, I-beams, $147. I think maybe like a couple dollars in shipping or whatnot. No, shipping is free, $147.60. I'm going to provide a link in the description. I guess the link is going to be valid depending on when you see this video. But yeah, I think I'm down, dude. I think what happened is like I've mentioned before, that the Facebook market kind of spoiled the aftermarket, because you can find shit used that's good for really low prices. So I think more and more, well, I wouldn't want to say more and more people. I think that the cheaper side of Facebook is bringing more enthusiasts. The people who are going to buy the name brand stuff, I think, are the same kind of guys. But those people aren't changing what they're buying, But we are seeing a huge influx and increase of more high-level Hondas, and more high-level or high-powered Hondas, like where 400 plus horsepower, 500 horsepower is becoming the new 300. Like 300 horsepower 10 years ago was a big thing. Now it ain't shit. If you're not making at least 300, you're not even in the discussion. You gotta be making 500 really to be in the discussion, because there's just so many fucking fast guys out there. But yeah, so we're seeing an influx of, arguably lower quality, but lower quality still with stronger material than stock. So, and all these companies are still using ARP bolts. So you're still getting the quality there. You're just not getting the precise maybe quality in the rods. And I would like to experiment with these myself. Something I would like to buy, check out, and all that good stuff. I mean, I'm using Skunk 2, and I think Skunk 2 is a pretty reputable brand, even though a lot of people for a long time have said fuck Skunk 2, not just on their rods, but like a lot of their products. And if I remember correctly, I think Skunk 2 got its foundations off of, replicating Honda Type R parts, and I've mentioned that before. But that's whatever. I don't care. I think that Skunk 2's put themselves out there enough, done a lot of work, and I think that they're fine. But anyway, yeah. So I know that now Mike is doing that eBay Honda channel or whatnot, testing parts. I think this is definitely something that you want to check out, Mike, if you're really doing stuff like this. Yeah, I think that those rods would stand the test, man. I think if you go for a regional power, which 400 something horsepower is very reasonable, with some Nippon Racing pistons, that you have yourself a decent setup for, that'll last for a long time. So yeah, that's cool stuff. The reason why I didn't see the shift like this with the market is because of the fact that I don't buy engines. I haven't been able to buy engines in 2 fucking years, so there hasn't been any reason for me to want to even look for new parts. But yeah, of course you guys know, and I'm going to shove this shit down your throat until I'm there, but I'm going back to Florida this year. This is going to happen. And when I go back down, I think that over the last couple of days, past week, I've changed my thoughts slightly on what I'm doing. Like my big plans are still going to be there. I still want to get out and meet people. I still want to fucking form the team and everything, but, I'm not going to be building, selling like I did before. I'm going to make a big stockpile. I'm going to rebuild a whole bunch of engines and set them on the side and have them stashed. And I think that I'm going to do stuff like this, get the engines out, pick the team, pick the guys I want for the team or whatever, get some of these builds out there, get them out there running for a while, spread the videos or whatnot, and then open up for selling engines again. Although, one thing that's been a big plan of mine for a long time is I really want to get away from rebuilding and selling, because there's not a lot of money to be made there. I think it would be cool to have a stash, to have 3 B18s, 3 B20s, 3 single cams or whatever, that's like a display type thing, and I will sell from that. But I really want to get to the point where my main thing is rebuilding for people, just the labor side of it. Yeah, so I guess kind of today was more like a discussion topic than one big focus thing. For you guys that are watching my channel, by any chance to have your own channel or do anything, and you do mention me, that's cool, man. I appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for that, I guess. Like I said, it's kind of hard for me because of the way my days flow, for me to watch a lot of people's content when I'm so focused on making mine. I think that it's safe to say the last month or so I've been high volume. From what I think I put out 50 videos over the past 30, 40 days. So yeah. And I'm debating on how exactly I want to do that Vitara build video. I don't think that I want to shoot a step-by-step guide this time. It's not going to be as short as my original build videos were, where they're 10 minutes where I was popping in, talking real quick, and being out. But it's going to be close to that. I think the block notching process is going to be very in-depth and detailed as possible, as it possibly can be. But the rest of the build, bolting everything together and whatnot, I might do something around that. I might film around that and everything. But I don't think I'm going to be doing a step-by-step walkthrough, mainly because of the fact that I've already done, the B18 and the K20 are pretty good, or not so much the K20 for quality and all that shit, and I'll get back to that eventually when I do my next K build, but the B18 already kind of shows pretty much what it is. And me building, I know that I said even in that video that I'd like to build step-by-step a forged build, but honestly at the end of the day, besides sliding the pistons on, and not pressing them on, it's the same fucking process. The only difference is that ARP torques at a higher rate. So alright, so yeah, this video is way longer than I thought it was going to be, so if you've watched it all the way through, thanks, appreciate it. And yeah, I really want to start focusing on mentioning this in my new videos from here on out. But guys, if you got a question for me, inbox me your question. Do not ask me to ask if you have permission to ask a question. That's kind of ridiculous. I feel a little weird giving grown men permission to ask me a question. Yes, you can ask me a question. Just ask your question, guys. Throw it out there. I'll get back to it. A lot of times I get back to you right away. Sometimes I don't, but I will get back to you. If you watching your comments or watching the message box and it says seen and I don't answer, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to ignore you guys. It just means that your question is enough for me to either answer it in detail or it's going to be a conversation that I can't have at the time. So yeah, do that. Thanks guys for watching, and all social media links are in the description. Pick your choice, which one you want to get at me at, and peace. See y'all later.